Hi everybody, so this is going to show you how to do a title page and footnotes. So title page, super easy. It'll give you a sample for how to do it in the future. So you want to center and pick a pretty large font, I don't know, 28 maybe, and then do your title. Now you don't want to just say history paper on injustice, okay? Make the title slightly creative, right? So I just made that up. And then you just want to make it so that the title is in the center of the page. All right? Then, for your information, you want all of that to be on the right side of the page. Get the font to be the normal size again, and then you're going to write your name. Make sure the spacing is normal. Whoopsies. Your school, your teacher's name, which I know I just wrote, or you could write Miss Sutton if that makes you more comfortable. Okay, the name of the course, and then the date that the paper is due, not the current date, okay? So in our case, I believe our paper is due on Wednesday. No, I lied. I'm sorry. Tuesday, June 4th. So, all right, that's a title page. The end. Okay, title pages technically are completely separate from your paper, and they do not count towards your page count, okay? This is just the title. It's not anything to add to the length of your paper. So this is not page 1, people. You still have to have at least 3 pages of paper after that. Capiche? Okay. Moving on. Normally I do a separate document for my paper just to make things less confusing, but we're not going to do that. Let's just pretend like our paper is starting. So we're going to write a sentence that needs to be cited. General rule of thumb, if this is information that you did not know before you started doing your research, you should do a citation. If this is information that is very common knowledge, such as Abraham Lincoln was born in a log cabin, you do not actually need to cite that, okay? So anyway, I'm going to come up with some random sample sentence and we'll do a footnote. Okay, whatever. All right, so pretend, I know this is a general statement, but pretend like this is more specific. This is a statistic, this is a quote, or it's a paraphrase of what somebody else said. That's what needs to be cited. Okay, so how do you do a citation? You're going to, if this is the same version of Microsoft Word, it may be an insert, but if you have the same version of Microsoft Word, it goes under references. You go insert footnote, all right? What happened was the footnote was inserted. Notice that it is at the very end of the sentence after the period, and if it's a quote, after the quotation marks. And then here you go. For footnotes, it actually goes author's name first, okay? We're going to pretend like I wrote a book. Actually, let's be legit. Okay. Oops, we got to do a page number. Okay, so say this was a quote from my book on page 56 and I wanted to cite it. One last thing I need to do. There we go. All right, so here is my sample footnote. Now notice that the author's name is, again, first name first, okay? Followed by a comma and then the title of the book, okay? Period. Then the city. If it's a very well-known city such as Chicago or New York, then you don't need the state. But if it's a city like Ithaca, New York, or something like that, or maybe a city like Cambridge, there are 2 Cambridges, one in the United Kingdom, one in Massachusetts. Definitely follow with which one it is, okay? Colon followed by the name of the publishing company, comma, year, comma, page number, period. That's it. Did you notice that I indented it? That's just so that we can distinguish one footnote from the next. All right, so let's have another sentence. All right. Again, insert footnote. Notice that it does them in order for you. Hooray! And this time I'm going to do some random one. I'm not going to do anything at all. I know this is annoying. The only reason I did that was because I wanted a footnote that was more than 1 line long. Okay, notice why I indent. Now I can clearly tell the difference between one footnote and the next. All right? Okay. Now what happens if I keep citing the same source over and over again? Let's pretend like I'm citing myself again. If I already cited this book once, the second time all I need to do is put my last name, followed by the page number. Okay? Now what if I cite it a 3rd time in a row? Now, I don't want to repeat myself, so this time actually I'm just going to do something called IBID. It's in italics, IBID, comma, page number. Okay, what does IBID mean, you may ask? It's Latin for again, all right? This is what you do in Chicago if you cite the same source 3 times in a row or more. It's just a way of avoiding repeating yourself. Okay? If there's no author, then you would cite the title, and you can abbreviate it once you repeat multiple times. I know footnotes can be tricky, so if you have specific questions about how to do your individual footnotes on your individual paper, just come in and see me, all right? But hopefully that's a good tutorial for now. Okay? My schedule is on my door if you have questions. Okay? Thanks.